we could have like a favorite sayings from the video blog, like, "That's my lunch."
It's my lunch.
Party's over. Party's over. Put your pants on. How do you know about the pants dropping?
Everybody knows about the pants.
So I'm just making this shit up. Okay, so we're here with Michael Felice. He's been working pretty intently, or intense. He's been working.
It's like I fucking smoked out.
He's working on the melee combat system. Take us a little deeper in and explain to us a little bit more of some of the systems that you're working on.
One of the main things that melee combat needs to know in particular is the unit's relationships with other melee combat units. There has to be some kind of system or infrastructure set up to determine all those relationships. So there's different types of attacks, and that was one of the challenges. We have an aggressive move, which is attack anything on the way to moving to a particular location. And then we have command attacks, where it's attack that unit and only that unit. So some of the decision-making process, so turning around and attacking an enemy that's nearby because they're a bigger threat.
So there's a limit on a given unit how many other units can attack it.
Right, and that's just based on the spatial relationship of the units.
So this is good. Thank you very much. And you know what we want to do? We want to go to the mailbag. The first question we have here from a gentleman named Nate Oberst. Hey, I was just wondering what the possibility of being a beta tester is. Kings and Castles is going to have a very comprehensive beta program. That would probably start, by my guess, sometime early to mid next year. This guy's name is Waylon Durfee. Your mom's video blog, always a pleasure, interesting stuff. Are you guys just building the already premeditated idea, or are you still thinking of new ideas and whatnot? Are you letting your blog responses affect how the game gets built, or are we just mere spectators? Believe it or not, they have a profound impact on the way our design evolves. We had an email from someone who said, "Will you have queens in the game instead of just kings?" And I have to admit, that was a great bit of feedback, and so now we have queens. Oh, we've got some spam. Spam from the EcoLead people. How to fix your faucet. Jason Roberts writes a book. Carandro writes something about Mother Nature, writes a book. Jason Roberts writes another book. Here's some thoughts. If you want me to read your questions on Mailbag, keep your questions reasonably short and to the point. It makes it far easier to read them. If I have to read like a 3-page letter, it would use up the entire blog. That's another exciting episode of Mailbag. It was about time that you met the infamous Steve Bauman, the one and the only, who's got the best job ever. Steve, tell us about how awesome your job is, because you get to work at Docs all day long.
Yeah, I'm a typist.
Could you type someone to death?
Possibly through boredom in reading said document that would be the result of typing. So yes, that is entirely possible.
I got this one from Ron Gilbert. Guy's got a duck on his head. The bartender says, "What's that?" And the duck says, "It started as a bump on my ass."
It's my lunch.